Emma.
And I'm Ellie.
And together we are E Squared.
Welcome back to another episode of Campus Chronicles.
The show brought to you by students for students.
And what are we doing today, Emma?
Today we have a kind of Thanksgiving episode for everyone. And what inspired us to do this is because by the time this comes out, Thanksgiving break will have started. So that's super exciting. We're really excited for the break. And we were thinking about last Thanksgiving break because we'd only been working here for like a short amount of time. And the podcast wasn't even a thing yet. So we figured we should do a show about some advice we wish people had told us last Thanksgiving break, or just some sorts of tricks and tips for
how to prepare yourself for the school year and study and relax and all that good stuff. So
and get ready for finals because they're coming up after the break. How to get through the stress that the holiday in general might bring. And we're kind of taking it back to our roots with this one.
Yeah, we got the hat now.
Yes, we have the hat back. It's back. I don't think we've done the hat in a bit.
I don't know if we've elaborated on the hat, but we just draw notes out of a hat and then go to the question. And
yeah, and we used to do it for like every single episode, but we haven't done it in a while. So today we're going to be drawing our little prompts out of the hat and reading them off. And should we get started?
Yeah, sure. Here, you want to draw first, or do I want to draw first? Okay, cool.
I'll draw first. Okay, so the tip that I pulled out of the hat was number 19, which says prep your backpack and your notes and your laptop the night before. And what this means basically is the whole entire break, you're going to have a week off. So maybe you won't be really thinking about school as much as you should. So the night before you go back, you should make sure you have everything you need in your backpack. You should make sure your laptop is charged, which I think that's really important because I feel like I always forget to charge my laptop.
Yeah.
So make sure your laptop is charged. If you have AirPods, make sure they're charged. Make sure you have enough room left in your notebooks, or if you need to get a new one.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Speaking of which, that's reminding me, I need to charge my laptop before I go to class. So,
charge your laptop.
Always a good thing to keep in mind. Just, make sure you do a little backpack reset maybe, and just make sure everything's accounted for. So, yeah. Anyways, I got question 26, and that is, you're not alone. Everyone at community college is trying their best too, which is important to keep in mind. I think we've brought this up a couple of times beforehand, but essentially just everyone going here or at any community college or college in general, I guess, is trying pretty hard to, not fail and keep their head above water. So if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed or things are just too overly stressful, just know that you're probably in the same boat as everyone else. Yeah,
and that kind of is a helpful way to look at life, I feel like, because if you realize that you're not alone in your struggles, it kind of makes it easier to deal with. And even though the break can be a little bit stressful because maybe you'll be stressing out about finals the whole time, or you'll be like thinking in your head like, dang it, like my family's being kind of weird, but just know that a lot of other people are in the same boat as you, and just all you can do sometimes is try your best, and that's enough, in my opinion.
And it's okay to ask for help, too. I mean, like, if you're going to see the rest of your family this Thanksgiving, make sure, if you have the opportunity, just to ask around, see if anyone else can help you with anything. So, take that opportunity. Talk to people. Have a good Thanksgiving, I guess.
And so the number that I draw this time was 13, which says you're allowed to change your major or your life plan or your mind in general, and nothing about you needs to be perfect by Thanksgiving. So if your family's like asking you, hey, why'd you change your major? Or why'd you even choose that major to begin with? Or what are you going to do after this? You don't have to have your entire life figured out by this Thanksgiving. And even though that sounds kind of dumb, I feel like it's pretty important to say because it just helps you think in your head, like, I need to chill. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm just doing what I can. Like we said, try your best. That's all that matters.
Just take a bit to relax and reflect on what you're doing. I know a lot of people here have either changed their majors or started a new major just like halfway through the thing because it wasn't a good fit for them. And if that's you and you feel like, maybe I should change my major because I just don't feel like I belong here, then good on you. It's not wasting time or anything. It's just you realizing that maybe this isn't the place you're supposed to be, and that's okay. So, yeah. Anyways, sorry, I got the next question here. 21, you deserve rest. So, one thing about breaks is people like to stress about what comes after the break.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, like, when I'm, just chilling during break, I think a lot about, what's going to happen afterwards.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, I have 2 finals I have to take when I come back. Like,
yeah, I'll just be counting the days down until, the final day of break. And I'm like,
yeah.
oh, God, now I have to go back to school.
Yeah.
Try not to do that. You deserve rest once again. So if you cannot stress yourself out for a whole week and just enjoy the time you have off and just spend it, good, just take a time to, take a step back, relax, take a breath. Yeah, it's all good. So don't overstress about things you don't have to deal with yet.
Yeah, and I think that's really important to remember because it's called a break for a reason. Even though it could be beneficial to study, which that is in some of our tips, like make sure you study just a little bit so you don't forget everything. But just you deserve rest. It's called a break, so take the break. And I'm not saying the whole time you have to be doing nothing, but just give yourself some time to
eat some
rest.
turkey, watch some football, play video games, hang with your family, the usual.
Yeah. And so actually I like that we just got that one because the one I just pulled, number 10, says, don't rest so little that you burn out before your finals, which is kind of funny that we were just talking about you deserve rest. Some people are just like, oh my gosh, I need to study, I need to do this, I need to do that, like, I need to get everything ready for my whole entire life. But just chill a little bit. You can spend some of the break studying, that's completely okay, but don't do it so much that by the time you get to your finals that you've been studying for, you're burnt out and you have no motivation to do them anymore because you spent what was supposed to be your break just focusing on that.
Yeah, I mean, don't worry about it too much. I know burning out is a thing that a lot of people do. I mean, it's something I've done multiple times over the maybe like year and a half that I've been here. So if you have something that's overly stressing you, just, try to take a step back. It's going to be fine. Just, make sure you study a little bit and take time to care for yourself too. So that way, you have a good work-life balance. And
And I completely agree with that.
Yeah. Anyways, our next question. Remind yourself that feeling overwhelmed is normal. Wow, they keep relating.
Yeah, they do keep relating to each other. Not like all of these are tips that relate to each other.
Anyways, remind yourself that feeling overwhelmed is normal. Essentially just know that, once again, you're not alone in all the struggles that you're having at college. Yeah. Everyone is always struggling simultaneously together. And I feel like that's what, makes the spirit of a community college is everyone's collective struggle to not fail their finals. So, just remember, if you are having a hard time, don't feel bad because everyone else is having a hard time too. Don't be overly hard on yourself for not having complete control over your circumstances.
And that's normal. Like, a keyword in this one, I think, is normal. It's just something that a lot of people go through. It's human to feel super overwhelmed about college. It's human to just pace back and forth in a room like, oh my gosh, am I going to pass that final? But I think it's important to remember, don't beat yourself up about your break not being spent perfectly. In a way. Does that make sense?
No, I do that too, because I get to the last day of break and I'm like, dang it, I should have done all this.
Yeah, but it's a break. Sometimes you just want to lay in bed and that's okay.
Yeah. And remind yourself that, life happens too. You might procrastinate a little bit or something might happen, so you're not able to study for a little while. And, that's fine. Just remember that, you can't always avoid things that hinder your studies. So just keep in mind that it's fine. Just, try to get it done when you can.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then the next one I drew says, number 25, you are growing, learning, and figuring things out, which basically that ties into everything that we've already been saying this whole time. Just take it at your own pace and everything will come together when it needs to. And like the thing says, you're growing and you're learning and you're figuring everything out, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're freaked out about classes right now because you don't understand, that's good. I mean, the whole point is to not understand and then understand later.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're struggling, that doesn't mean, it's fine. I mean, get help if you can. But, just, I remember when I first started this semester, I had to do some web design projects, and I had no idea what I'm doing. And now I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I can kind of do it more confidently.
Woohoo!
So, yeah, it's okay to mess up a lot as long as, you're making some sort of progress.
Yeah,
And that's the goal.
You said as long as you're making some sort of progress, but in my opinion, messing up is part of progress.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So,
you get it,
yeah.
Phrase it more elegantly.
It's okay.
Okay, next question. Let me find it here. There we go. 16. Set a sleep schedule that won't ruin you on Monday.
Yeah,
which is something I struggle with all of the time. Okay, so yeah, get a good sleep schedule because I stayed up till 4 last night and I woke up at maybe 9 and I'm not feeling amazing right now, so don't be like me. Go to sleep, at a reasonable time.
Yeah.
10 o'clock at the latest if you can manage that. I mean, that might be a little early for all of our listeners because we're all in college. But
yeah, and
still.
As fun as the break is, as good it is to have a minute to just collect yourself before finals, it is called a break for a reason. Like, you will have to come back to school after that, so don't, completely stay up, super late every single night, and then when you have to go back on Monday, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wake up because I stayed up so late last night, too.
Yeah, try not to destroy your body before coming back to school.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
And actually, I drew the one right next to yours, which is
cool.
number 15, and it says move your body. And, you can stretch, you can go on a walk, you can go outside if you have a trampoline, jump on your trampoline, just get some movement in during the break. Don't just sit inside and rot for the whole entire break. I think that's important.
It's good. Yeah, I know, during my breaks, usually I hang out with my cousins, and when I'm with them, we just sort of get a little precocious and rambunctious and start doing all this wild stuff. So, yeah, if you have the opportunity to hang out with people you enjoy and, maybe get out there and have some fun, it's good for you. And, even if you're having, sort of a, sort of Friendsgiving or you're doing your own thing, that's fine, too. Just make sure, during your break, you get up, walk around a little bit, get some exercise if you can, and it'll just really help you feel better for when you come back.
Yeah, and in general, that's a good piece of advice. Don't just rot on the couch all the time. Try and get out and do something fun or hang out with people that you haven't seen in a while or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I know during school it's harder to do, exercise and stuff like that because you have to meet schedules and demands and stuff.
Yeah.
So during the break, make sure to utilize your time, for yourself and your own health and stuff like that. And if you can't keep it up after the break, that's fine. Everyone has, stuff to do. But yeah, always just as a general rule, try to stay healthy and get out there and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I forgot to draw the next question. So give me a second, listeners. Cool. Okay. Don't rest so hard that it's a shock to your system when you get back into the flow of things when you come back on Monday.
Which, that's kind of funny because I feel like we were just talking about this. Don't, as we said before, don't rest so little that you burn out, and then don't rest so hard that when you go back to Monday, you're like, oh my gosh, all I want to do is just go to sleep because that's all you did all break long.
Yeah. I mean, I do that a lot too. I'll just sort of stay in bed for an extended period of time, and I get up and I just feel horrible for the rest of the day. So yeah, make sure good sleep schedule for one, and then once you get up in the morning, try to get out there, get active, do stuff that you would normally do on a day that you'd have to go to work, brush your teeth, comb your hair, just make yourself all nice and presentable to help you feel better.
Yeah, and even if that thing that you do just to feel a little more alive during the day, maybe study for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Look over the concepts that you've been learning so you feel more prepared going back into things on Monday. So it's not like a super big shock when you start having to learn things again when you come back.
So yeah.
Oh, I forgot to draw mine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oopsies.
Oh, and I got number 1.
Oh, cool.
And it says, I actually really like this tip. It says do a little backpack reset, which to me that means I always kind of have trash in my bag just because if I have a paper and I'm done with it, I just throw it in there. So maybe go through your backpack, get rid of any trash that you might have in there. Throw away papers you don't need anymore if they're just sitting and piling up in your folder. Clean your laptop. Just wipe it down really quick because you use it all the time, so might as well. If you have a planner, make sure it's up to date. Maybe write in some things coming up so you don't forget. Just things like that. Do a little reset of things that maybe you take for granted that you use every single day, just so you feel a little better going into the school again on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, this is especially applicable for me because I had to go through my backpack this morning and I found all sorts of weird stuff in there. I pulled out a pair of like swim shorts, I think. There were a couple other clothes. I couldn't find like the paper I was looking for, so I had to ruffle through my binder for maybe a good 5 minutes. I don't know. I got some weird stuff in my bag. So yeah, make sure your bag is clean and nice and organized. Yeah. So that way, when you like really, really need to find something, like really badly, you don't have, a struggle finding it. So yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's pretty good advice just in general. Maybe once a week clean out your bag, but I know sometimes it's hard to remember to do that because I forget to do that all the time.
Yeah.
And that's okay. So just if you need it'll take like 10 minutes, I bet. Just sit down with your backpack in front of you, even if it's the night before you go back, and just clean it out a little bit so everything's a little more organized. And I feel like that's like helps you feel better in general. You know what I mean?
I like when my stuff is organized, so yeah, a good backpack reset would be very nice to have, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah. Okay. For our next question, I forgot to scroll again. Number 17. Hold up. Okay. Don't scroll for 6 hours a day just because you're bored.
Which I think I should take my own advice on this one because I have a really bad habit of just, if I'm bored, I'm going to go on TikTok. It's what's going to happen. So.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I spend a lot of time just, perusing the internet when I should be doing stuff, especially for school. I need to get stuff together. But yeah, don't spend 6 hours a day on your phone. Try to do stuff, even if it's like another form of entertainment that's, digitally related. I feel like that's still more valuable on the phone. Just like watch a movie, play a game, do like draw some stuff. I don't know. Just try
read a book.
Yeah, break up.
If you're me and you have a book that you've been meaning to read, which I should probably read that. But that's also another ties into getting outside and going and doing stuff. Hang out if some of your friends that go to other colleges are in town. Go and hang out with them. That's what I'm planning on doing. I'm super excited. Cool, yeah. Try something new, maybe try a new recipe that you've been meaning to try.
Yeah, I mean, you're on break, so you got all the time in the world to, sort of try out new hobbies, do some new passions, get around the things you haven't gotten around to yet. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so, number 8 is a little more, the one I just drew is a little more serious, I guess. I feel like holiday pressure is a super real thing, and holidays can be hard for a variety of reasons. I think it's important, this is what this says, that you need to remember just do what's best for you and don't feel bad about it, is kind of what I'm trying to say. And remember, a break doesn't need to be absolutely perfect to still be a good break, which we already said. You don't need to do something every single day, and you also don't need to stress the whole time about finals. Because, once again, it's called a break for a reason. And the reason I bring up holiday pressure is because I know, like I said, they can be hard for a lot of different reasons. Maybe your family, you're scared of them judging you, you're kind of uncomfortable, with the pace you're going at and you don't want anyone to ask you about it. Maybe you just had a really bad breakup. Yeah. Maybe a family member passed away recently. So just remember, do what's best for you and don't feel bad about it. Like I said, just remember to be thankful for those around you. And maybe even if you need to, just take the day to yourself. Go for a walk. Read a book. You know what I mean?
Just relax. Maybe if it helps, try not to even thinking about it as a holiday. Just hey, I have a week off. What am I gonna do? Try to frame it in the perspective of, I have a lot of time to myself, hopefully, and I'm gonna spend it doing stuff I enjoy, and I'm gonna do as much as possible, and I'm gonna relax and take a sec to step back from all my responsibilities that I normally have. So yeah, just try not to overstress, and yeah, okay. Next question, 14, scroll down to that one. Okay, go outside at least 20 minutes a day. Another thing I need to work on
Which, once again, this ties into the moving your body one. Just try to get some fresh air. Even if it's just like walking into your backyard and sitting in a chair for a bit. Maybe if you scroll on your phone a lot, take your phone outside and scroll outside, so at least you're getting some fresh air. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, don't be a recluse like I am and just stay in your room like the whole time. And yeah, just go outside, get some fresh air, enjoy nature. Maybe take your dog for a walk if you have a dog, or just take yourself for a walk if you don't have a dog, or
maybe call up one of your friends and say, "Hey, do you want to go walk in the park?"
Hiking,
it's as simple as that.
Bike riding, just light water rafting if you're cool. I don't know.
I'm not that cool, but whatever. Okay, so number 2 says review what you're studying, especially if you feel nervous about forgetting it or falling behind. And I'm not saying the whole entire week you have to study, because once again, it's called a break for a reason. And maybe just take a bit of time before, like, towards the middle of it or towards the end of it, to just look over some notes that you've taken and refresh your mind so you feel really good going back into school on Monday and also starting your finals.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm on break, I tend to forget a lot about what I was doing before I started the break. So maybe just take that time, think about all the stuff you have to do and all the stuff you were doing.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing something like, complicated that has, or you have like a knack for forgetting over long periods of time. So just look over it.
And so I think that pretty much wraps up our episode for the day. But I just wanted to say, because it's Thanksgiving and that kind of vibe is in the air, that I'm super thankful for you guys for listening to us. I'm thankful for you, Ellie, for being my podcast.
You too.
My podcast, what's the word? Co-host, and for being my friend.
Aw, thank you.
And we hope that you guys have a super refreshing Thanksgiving break and a happy holidays.
Yeah. And we'll see you on the next episode of Campus Chronicles. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.